Hi everyone, my name is Heather Fleece, and I am a junior high pastor just outside of Minneapolis, Minnesota. I grew up here in Minnesota in a small town, the youngest of 6 kids. I grew up in the 80s, as you can tell when you look at my 7th grade photo. I'm also an extreme extrovert, so especially in high school, I was involved in everything that I could be. I played softball, I was on student council, and of course, I was a cheerleader. As I think about growing up, I am so thankful that especially during my high school years, I had adults who called out gifting in me. I go all the way back to my camp counselor at Trout Lake Camp. She came to me and she said, "Heather, I need someone to carry the greased watermelon, and you are my strongest girl." And I can tell you that at the water relay that day down at the camp beach, I was a beast. I was a strong girl, but nobody had called me out like that because of my strength. I think of Mr. McCarthy, my 6th grade teacher, who suggested that I be a school patrol. He knew I was responsible, he knew that I was kind and protective, and I remember that. Mr. Larson in 8th grade gave me the Writer of the Month award. I still write today and I love it, but he's the first adult outside of my family who called that out in me. And then Mrs. Carruthers in English class, my junior year, suggested that I be involved in student council. She said, "Heather, you are a leader and I want to see you lead." I just want you to think about who was the first person, an adult, outside of your family who called out gifting in you. I know there's someone. As I think about those people in my life, they truly changed the trajectory of my life by seeing me and calling out in me gifts that they saw. That's what draws me to the Student of the Year program, that we as adults have the opportunity to see teenagers and to see their potential. And I think if you allowed yourself to think for a little bit, you'd be surprised at who might come to the surface. Now, there's certainly a profile, right, of what we think a student leader looks like. So you think of someone who's extroverted, high energy, a great communicator, accelerated in their classes, the captain of every team that they're on. Those are awesome qualities. My guess is, as I listed those, a couple of kids popped up into your head. But what about qualities like intentional, thoughtful, hard worker, team player, approachable, humble? What if you could find a kid like that and encourage them to be a part of the Student of the Year program? I think you would be blown away. There is no profile. There are only gifted kids that are created with purpose and on purpose, and they are looking for a purpose. It's true. I want my students to think of me as fun and their biggest fan and intentional and someone who loves them. But even more than that, I want my name to be attached to a pivotal time in their lives. That's what the Student of the Year program could be. And that's the role that you could play. Your name attached to a pivotal time in their lives for the rest of their lives. How cool would that be?